How many of you have asked AI about your symptoms or just searched them up and convinced yourself you were dying? 1 minute you're searching headache, and the very next, apparently you have the plague. There's a reason people tell you never to do this. Okay, raise your hand if you've taken AI's help recently for your job, your homework, or even just the simplest task. Wow, so almost everyone. Now, raise your hand if you've taken AI's help for something personal, like stress, heartbreak, or even family drama. Early hands already. So, okay, the hands were few this time, and I understand that on such a forum, people are not comfortable sharing these kind of things, and that's fair. But I get why people do turn to AI for emotional support sometimes. It's private, it doesn't judge, it's available at any time of the day, and it's easier to type feelings to a screen rather than saying them out loud to another person. But the thing is, this artificial intelligence responds with patterns, not with actual empathy. It tells you what sounds right, what doesn't offend you, not what you actually need. Hi, my name is Shivansh, and I am a human, emotionally intelligent on the good days. A few decades ago, almost everyone believed that as technology advances in the future, most of our human problems will be resolved. The idea was really simple. Smarter machines would mean easier lives. And honestly, that belief made sense because today, artificial intelligence has changed the meaning of what's possible. It has automated so many different tasks, can analyze heaps of data in mere seconds, and has improved efficiency across all our industries. But at the same time, with the development of machines that can beat us at chess, can write poetry, generate images and videos within seconds, there's been an increment in stress, anxiety, pressure in humans, and these can even eventually lead to depression. So this shows us that this artificial intelligence alone isn't enough. Recently, I was stressed about exams, homeworks, deadlines, and just everything piling up together at once. So I did what most of us kids and probably even a few adults do nowadays. I asked AI to give me advice on managing stress, and it gave me the perfect answer. Bullet points, time management tips, how to optimize my schedule, breathing exercises, all really useful. In fact, the kind of answers that teachers would give you extra marks for in your tests. +5 for content though, not for handwriting here. But I still felt odd. So I went to my parents. They didn't give me a solution. They didn't give me any tips. They just said, that sounds really hard. And my mom gave me a bear hug. AI gave me bullet points, and on the other hand, a mother's hug. Guess which one actually worked? At that time, what I needed wasn't information. I needed understanding, validation, not an algorithm, just a hug. And that's when I realized that technology is getting smarter, but emotional intelligence, that still comes from us humans. So here's my idea. The future of innovation isn't solely based on making smarter machines. Rather, it's about making sure that emotional intelligence grows alongside artificial intelligence. Because right now, most of the problems we're facing aren't technical, they're emotional. Quick question, how many of you have facial recognition on your phones to unlock it? So, your phone knows your face very well. It even knows your location and when you take your meals because it sends mouth-watering food ads at exactly the right time. Are you hungry? Having midnight cravings? Here's your favorite dessert. Honestly, sometimes I feel it knows me better than I know myself, which is impressive, but mildly concerning. But does your phone know when you're having a bad day? Think about the last time you felt overwhelmed, and now imagine explaining that same feeling to an AI. From my past experience, I can almost guarantee you It's going to give all important and very useful points. And many of us aren't even going to use them anywhere in our lives. But would it understand why you felt that way? The history behind it? The people involved? The fear that's beneath that stress? No, probably not. And here's where emotional intelligence comes in. At school, one of my friends was really stressed. So, like we always do, without asking any questions, I started giving them advice and solutions. Hey, it's okay. Calm down. The past is the past. Forget it. Focus on class. And they grew even quieter. I realized that they didn't want any solutions. They didn't want someone telling them what they were doing wrong at that time. They wanted someone to sit with them, understand how they were feeling. So, after a few minutes of awkward silence, they finally opened up, told me why they were feeling that way. That's emotional intelligence, knowing how to respond, when to speak, when to listen, and when to just be there for someone when they need you. In fact, this is what emotional intelligence has been defined by psychologists Peter Salovey and John Mayer in the year 1990. Now, picture this. You meet your friend after a very long time, walk up to them, ask how they're doing, and they blandly say, I'm fine. But you notice their voice is tired. They're not making eye contact with you, and their shoulders are slouched. Would you believe them? I don't think so, right? First of all, I'm fine is the biggest lie in human history. We've all said it, and we've all never believed it. But secondly, you read what they were not saying at that time. And these are non-verbal cues. They're facial expressions, tone of voice, body language, eye contact, and sometimes even silence. AI relies on what's spoken or typed to it. It misses these awkward pauses that you have within conversations, the meaning behind the context, and even the change in tone of voice. So, I'll come to my conclusion here about the problem. What's the problem here? Because should we just take AI and throw it away? No, definitely not. The problem isn't that AI is getting smarter. The problem is that we assume artificial intelligence alone can make a better future for us all. Right now, we're making intelligent machines faster than emotionally intelligent humans. And tech is able to respond to us instantly. But we humans still struggle to respond to each other kindly. Emotional intelligence has been treated as a soft skill for many years. Optional, secondary, good to have. But that's the boundary we need to break. Because the one thing that makes us true humans and good humans is knowing how to understand and react to emotions. And if we can't even do that, can we even call ourselves human at that point? Now, what's the difference? Because AI can understand your emotions as well as any other human. Imagine you're getting medical test results. You're already nervous. And AI will be able to analyze them within seconds. It's very fast, very efficient, but also very terrifying because it doesn't know how to respond to you in a way that will not make you feel worried. And under that fear, you start using it as a therapy tool. And while it can help, replacing human empathy with it, that's dangerous. Healing often begins when someone feels truly understood by another person, not by a machine or a robot. Now, let's say you're going to a doctor with the same results, and before explaining anything, they notice your hands are trembling. They see the fear in your eyes. So they continue slowly. They assure you that while it's serious, it's definitely manageable. And they even answer questions that you're too afraid to ask out loud, but they understand from your body language. Both of them gave you the same answers, right? But one left you terrified. The other made you feel supported. That's the difference. Technology will continue to advance in the future, and with that, our responsibilities, they become greater. Because although the future is made by AI-driven machines, we need to ensure that emotionally intelligent humans are guiding it in every way possible. If we're building a future where machines are smarter than us, but we're not all emotionally there for each other, then what's the point? True innovation doesn't strip away emotions, it builds with it. So, I'll leave you with this question. As we're building smarter technology, do you think we're also building kinder humans with it? Thank you.